Hi everybody, Steve and Caleb from Brownells, and today we're going to continue our reloading series, and we're going to look at reforming cases to form other cartridges.
Yes, Steve. So I have this upper here. It's chambered in 25 GPC.
Whatever that is.
That's a Wildcat caliber. So 25 general purpose cartridge by Mad Dog Weapon Systems.
Okay.
So they make the barrels, and you can get custom Hornady dies and all that stuff from them. So they make everything you need if you're into Wildcat and stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just a really cool caliber. I like 25. That's a favorite of
Yeah.
mine. 257 Roberts is phenomenal.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not going to do that in an AR-15. So what 25 GPC is, it's a 6.8 SPC, which is a common caliber for your AR-15, but it's neck down to a 257.
Okay, that's not a huge gap.
Not a huge gap. So we finding 25 GPC brass isn't really an easy thing to do.
I can imagine.
But if you have 6.8 or you have accessibility to 6.8 SPC, then you can just convert it.
Okay, that's still out there.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's plenty of that out there. We got this from Starline Brass. And yeah, so all we need is some, and what we're going to be using here, Steve, this is the Imperial Sizing Wax.
Right, nothing better.
Yeah, so this stuff, you just want to get a little bit here, get some on your, I'm going to do my pointer finger, my index finger, and my thumb, and just squeeze it on the case.
We'll be using our Hornady custom grade dies because they're smooth and they reform nicely.
Yep, and you just get it on that neck and shoulder area. And I guess we could do the inside too.
Yeah.
There's a Q-tip right in the top of that toolbox in those that bag there. Yeah. And just so your die can work a little easier.
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, we'll just, well, let me actually
spin it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin it. There we go.
There you go. You could use the dry lube too, but it gets messy when you put the wax on there and then it gets into the dry lube and you got a mixture of stuff.
Yep. So once we're lubed up, we just go in the reloading press. And our die is already set up standard how you would for any other sizing operation. If you didn't see that video, we got it out there. Go check it out. And we're just gonna run it down, or run it up. And it's gonna be there's gonna be a little more resistance than usual because you're doing a lot more sizing.
Right.
And that is it. Now that neck is down to.
That's all there is to it.
It's for a 257 bullet. But there is one issue. This is too long. So it is longer than what the actual spec calls for here. So 1.620
Okay.
should be your that's your trim 2 length whenever you're dealing with 25 GPC. And this one we are at 1.68.
Oh.
So
okay.
we're a good ways over. So we're going to use a case trimmer here. This is the Sinclair L.E. Wilson setup. And I got the case holder. We're going to be using the new. There's two types of case holders for these, new and fired. We're using new because we just sized this, so it's at the dimension of new. And
by the way, if you're thinking about skipping this step, this particular bullet we're looking at here's got cantilever grooves. So
that's right.
You want that trim length to be right. Once you set up your crimp, you want them all to crimp in the same spot.
So, Steve, I'm just going to trim one real quick here.
All right. Now, you don't always have to trim brass. Like when I reformed 30-30 to make 32 special, it's about the same length. It usually turns out just fine without a lot of trimming, if any.
Yep, so there's a good chunk to take off of here.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep going.
And sometimes depending on how much forming you do, if you're forming down like in 3 steps to make 256 Winchester out of 357, the brass might grow a little bit. You know, you'll wind up over length no matter what you start out with. Or if you're taking down 223 to make 300 blackout, same thing. That's a lot of trimming.
Yeah, we have a 300 blackout holder for this thing too, but I don't really want to do that conversion.
The nice way is to get one of those Dillon dies with the motor on top that trims it as you bring it up into the press. But we're on a budget here, so we're going to use the Sinclair trimmer.
Using what we got here. And all right, so pull this out.
Brass all over.
Yeah, it is everywhere. There we go.
There, and then you would deburr it inside and out.
And it is exactly 1.620.
Nice.
So that's the exact length it needs to be. All right, now before you seat the bullet, you'd probably want to put a chamfer on there as well, since you just trimmed it.
Then it's just rinse, lather, and repeat.
Yep, and then we'll do. We have 25 here, and now we got to do all of them. So
you only have to do them once.
You only have to do them once. And once you have this set up with the measurement, which you didn't see us do, we have the micrometer on this one. So we just adjusted everything, and then it's just from there. It's just an operation. You just go through the process, and it's all done.
Right.
So you can put on your favorite tunes. I don't know what you're listening to, like some Sleep Token or something. You a Sleep Token guy, Steve?
More Johnny Cash, I think.
Okay, well, very close, similar genre. But anyways, that's all there is to it. So we'll actually continue this in the future. We'll do like a full load development type thing with this, and get the chronograph out and do the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. We'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, keep shooting, keep reloading, and we'll see you next time.